Hi Internet, today I bring you another police bodycam bingo card game. I've also prepared another presentation to show it all to you in detail for your edutainment, so I hope you'll enjoy and maybe play along for a round of Bodycam Bingo 2, Electric Bingaloo. My name's Carly, and I will be doing the narrating on this one, because at this rate, as you can see, I'm just straight up inventing words that aren't in any dictionary. But if you're seeing this video and you missed the first one, please feel free to go back and compare them. Let me know which one you liked better in the comment section down below. As always, I welcome you to screenshot and play along the next time you're watching any police body cam footage here on YouTube, and maybe even tag me if you find a bingo winning video you want me to see. And lastly, but perhaps most importantly, don't do this stuff. It will only make your life harder. I don't want that for you. Don't do this stuff. So, once more with emphasis, let's bring the title card back around. I worked pretty hard on it. It's Bodycam Bingo 2 Electric Bingaloo. And also, I'm here too. Let's go. I feel obligated to say that since this type of footage started to become available online, my views on policing have changed a lot. The main thing I've learned is that I don't have nearly as much patience as I thought I would in their position. Number 1 thinks they're in charge of schedule. I see this all the time. People are using like delay tactics, stalling. Oh, just give me a minute, I'll cooperate shortly. And it really just draws out the whole thing. It kind of bugs me because police have other things to do. And they could be out there, I don't know, chasing a murderer or something. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? I don't think I am. If you've ever been in a situation where you think you're going to tell the cops how it's going to be, you're wrong. Point blank period. That's not going to work. Number 2, can I call my mom? Not right now, no. This interaction happens all the time. When people are like getting loaded into a cop car, they want to call their mom, which, you know, you can do from the jail, but right now is not the time, and the police officer involved will tell you as much. Not right now. Number 3, when a family member shows up in this body cam footage, they are usually one of two things. Either an enabler, they're like justifying this behavior, they're telling you why it's okay, how their loved one has mental health issues that make this slightly more acceptable, palatable, or they are absolutely done. They've just had it with this behavior, they've tried to be nice and do all the things, and they're just like, take them away. I can't. They need help. They won't take it from me. 4, a lot of times the person being apprehended will beg the cops to listen, but they're usually like totally incoherent. If they're like, wait, you're not listening to me, hold on, like you're not giving me a chance, like it's also kind of especially ironic when the person who's been doing the talking the whole time is like, you're not letting me speak. You've done nothing but speak, but you haven't actually like said anything of substance, probably because you're drunk and interacting with the cops. So like, if you're drunk and you don't want to interact with the cops, probably stay home. Just my like unsolicited, unqualified advice. I don't know. This is a new one. This 5th spot took me a little bit of time to fill. I had to really think about this one because there were a lot of good options for what could make the bingo card. People tend to follow the same sort of behavioral paths, but this one is a modern issue. I need to hit my vape. Officer, can I hit my vape? While you're in handcuffs, can you give me my vape? It depends on the officer. It depends on what you've done. I can't say for sure either way, but if they ask to hit their vape, you gotta mark this tile. Row 2, square 1. This first one goes out to all the people who just won't leave after they've been asked to leave. Whether they're in the process of being trespassed, the police showed up, presumably because this person, on substances, refuses to leave an establishment. Why? I don't know. But if they do that, that puts you one step closer to bingo. Next up is causing hearing problems in others. If you had to turn the audio down on the video, imagine what it was like for the bystanders and for the officer. If you think that they're like actually at risk of serious hearing damage, and I find myself thinking that quite often, mark this tile. I gotta draw the line somewhere, and about where I draw the line is when other people are potentially being affected long term. It kind of stops being entertaining, and I'm just like, bruh. As you can see in this slide, the virtual me is turned away from this behavior because we don't like it. Number 3, fails to ID or gives a fake name. This is another one that happens often but shouldn't because it only makes everybody's life harder. I'm pretty sure you can also catch additional charges for this, so it's not recommended. For this next one, you can see Virtual Me is turned towards the tile on this page because she loves the drama. Hello and welcome to your daily reminder to stop self-snitching. I'm not advocating for making police's lives harder. I'm just saying that, like, from a logical standpoint, the more you talk, the more you give your ops information. And if that's how you're approaching this situation, like, why would you want to do that, you know? But also, I think it's important to note that most of these people are inebriated in some way, and they're not really logicking through all the different choices that they make. Sometimes it's acting on impulse with the help of some adventure juice, you know? Not saying that makes it okay, just saying that that kind of explains why the forethought might have been absent. Next, let's talk about the behavior that is putting others in a bad financial spot on video. This one is for all the times where the alleged expects somebody else to bail them out almost immediately and it's a hefty sum of money, for example, or maybe they completely totaled a stranger's car in the street and insurance won't cover it. That's what this tile is for. As you've probably noticed, a lot of these are sort of laugh to keep from crying type humor. So imagine we're like 20 minutes into the video and you find out that there's kids involved. They have kids at home, kids in the car, they ask about their kids for the first time like 20 minutes in, aka way too late in the game. Look what you did. You made me add a sad little cartoon me, because honestly, this one was just depressing. Not even really trying to be funny. This is just sad. You get a frown. This next one's a little funnier as a palette cleanser, if you can even cleanse that. I don't know that you can, but we're gonna try. Okay. We all know that Pitbull has been there, done that, for all the things that we've been through in life, but that's not what this award is about. The Mr. Worldwide Award goes to the person whose antics transcend geographic boundaries. They're going places, but after places, it's jail. I'm talking about the ones shattering the glass ceiling of shit I can get away with and whatnot across town, causing problems in many a multitude of places, if you will. Free space, because good bingo cards have free spaces. Let's talk about column 4, TMI about body or clothing. Sometimes people just share a lot about what's going on their person, and sometimes it's really weird. I probably shouldn't give examples if I have any dreams of monetization in the future, but since I'm still a new channel, I guess I could say this. I'm thinking of a particular video where a woman stashed a needle in a place where a needle shouldn't really go. This can also include any and all elaboration about clothing malfunctions. Those happen, and we hear about it. This last one you might have heard other creators like Bose talk about, a small bid for control or comfort as a test. An example of this is, can you move my hair out of my face for me? A lot of times people are just seeing how willing the police are to work with them, how far they can go, how much they can ask for, etc. Row 4 is also pretty self-explanatory, so I won't get too into the weeds with it, but a few caveats worth mentioning. Is a series of chaotic events ever complete without a drunk shirtless man appearing out of nowhere? I rest my case. When I say invoking gender or race as a defense, I don't mean literally calling out bias. I mean in instances where the behavior is kind of blatant and it's pretty clear that a police would have stopped just about anybody engaged in this activity. I just want to be clear that the joke is not, haha, discrimination. It's like, come on, you're watering down the movement. If you're like, gee, that's weird, I'm a woman and I don't do that just because I'm a woman, there's like probably other factors. There you go. Number 3, they were on paper this whole time. That's a term I learned from Judge Stephanie Boyd and watching her live court and reactions to it from Bexar County, Texas. If the person being apprehended was a probationer or parolee, or perhaps they had a bond condition to not pick up new charges, something like that, but we find out this information at some point watching the video. 4. If/when a person reaches their final warning from the police. This is your last chance to cooperate type energy. 5. Lore drop what they do for work, or did. I put or did because some of these people are gonna be losing their jobs because of this footage. Anytime someone's like, I'm a nurse, I'm like, not for long. Not after this goes viral. I'd argue that row 5 requires even less explanation than the previous one, but I'll add a couple points here before I go. TLDR, there's a lot of misinformation out there. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Some of these things are clear-cut, others the viewer gets to be the judge. I think now I'm going to outro this video with the best blooper of this recording sesh. To be clear, I don't want to advocate for making the police... Can you hear me? Sorry. I am not advocating for making a police... I keep saying police. I'm not... Okay.